Hello and welcome to the Gamers Health live stream podcast, whatever we shall call it, folks. We're a little bit late this week. I mean, normally we were doing it on Fridays. Wasn't a live stream. Now we said, hey, we're going to do the live stream on Saturday nights, but TotalCon was going on the last 4 days, so the Gamers Health got pushed to Sunday. So thank you for joining us. As we talk about basically our current health, the challenges, things that you maybe can do to help with your challenges. I always felt, especially when it comes to maybe my son, is that it's best to learn from the mistakes of others. So that's why we like to share. You can hear our success stories, hear our failures, and I have some of those to include too.
We all do.
So yesterday, I guess maybe on Friday, I thought of a new project that I'm excited to work on, and I was real focused on it yesterday. And normally, between myself and Chris Stogel posts on the Tavern's blog every Sunday, which is a great, stress relief for me, and he enjoys doing it. And when I was hospitalized 3 times this past year, Chris stood up and said, I'll help shoulder the load. So the Tavern had gone probably over 7 years without missing a day of posting. Until yesterday, because I was so focused on TotalCon and the project I had thought about that I forgot to post. And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. It means that I was focused and excited. It means the project is in my mind, a very good one. But not only that, it kind of, in a way, removes that pressure of you got to keep that streak going. So I guess there was a little what would you call that, obsessive compulsive disorder with me when it came to making sure there was a post every day. So
gotta make the donuts.
I kind of was able to let that go a bit. Now on a health front and the personal side, as a side note, Rach and I, we're Catholic, so we follow Lent when we remember. So I remembered this Friday.
And we remembered on Ash Wednesday.
Yes. So being the type 2 diabetic I am, I was like, but, my numbers have been good. I can handle pizza.
Oh, boy.
So we got a very good Italian restaurant, pizzeria. Kind of like a brick oven type. It was really nice. It was really filling, and formerly fatter old me, the person that was about 50 pounds heavier, could have easily have eaten 4 slices and not batted an eye. Well, I ate 4 slices, and I felt nauseous afterwards. And I don't normally feel nauseous after eating, so I guess I gorged myself. It was damn good pizza. But not only that, my blood sugar shot up to 275, 280. I was like, and I think that's part of where the nausea was coming from too.
Sure.
On top of that. So, again, I've been trying to control my carbs ever since May, when I was hospitalized for congestive heart failure, and I found out my A1C was 9.5. Now it's below 6, but I can do better. But again, sometimes learning in this whole process is being reminded of your limitations. And I'm sure if I had 2 slices and then came back for another 2 slices an hour or 2 later, kind of like what Rach did, but
it still hurt to be in yoga. Like, it still was uncomfortable to be in yoga class because I had just finished my 2 slices before I went in there. And, there's a lot of twisting, and those things help with digestion. And if you're full and it's all pushing down at the same time.
This isn't domino slices. This is like real.
Jump out. These are big New York City pizza place.
Yes. So it's
slices.
It was big slices, not thick crust, thin crust. Or however you want to call the New York crust. It's not the paper thin that you get at like Pizza Hut for the pizza, thin crust pizzas. But yeah, I kind of paid the price afterwards. So again, it's an adjustment. Now it's going to be a challenge. I got to plan ahead now for Fridays, right? Because now Fridays, again, meatless. How do you do meatless? So maybe I'll make some. Maybe I'll make waffles for lunch. That's a great way to go meatless, right? Low carb waffles. Again, using Carb Quick. I use Carb Quick. I know for some of those that do keto, Carb Quick is not necessarily considered clean keto. I personally don't give a fuck.
Or if we do have pizza, we can just get vegetables on it.
Yeah,
and not and then
like,
that's more satisfying. So you can have 2 slices and
right,
not feel
and
like
then
you have to go back and finish.
You can push back the compulsion. Thou shalt not pass.
Mm-hmm.
2 slices. You're right. No, and that is a good idea. Now, last weekend, and this weekend, you did yoga.
Yeah, I have my training. Let's see. It's getting real. Let's see. This, we're starting to work more on teaching. So we have also a Tuesday night sort of circle of trust that we do practices and stuff. So it's going to be my turn for Tuesday, and so I'll be teaching some of my peers, and then I might on the 5th do a class for the 200-hour students.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure whether I'll do it. I'm thinking maybe of doing Friday the 5th or Friday the 12th, but I think that Friday the 12th might be a disaster because I'm getting the second injection on that day. So
okay.
I think it's the 12th.
Yeah, you want to do it before the second injection. We've been hearing reports.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that they're just feel like they have flu symptoms. So, that's kind of making me nervous. So, yeah, I thought maybe my first class, I'll do my trial run in the group with my circle of trust.
Right.
Do a restorative, and then do a, embellish that class.
Okay.
For the 5th, and do restorative with the 200-hour folks.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it'll be a tiny, it'll be a little bit of asana to help people warm up and unblock their energy lines.
Right.
And then just a lot of restorative poses, which are supported with props and help people activate their parasympathetic nervous system. So
sounds like Greek to me, but that's
okay. Sorry.
That's okay. So now, again, we mentioned we're in the world of COVID. I get my first shot this coming Tuesday. Looks like we won't be snowed out. At least we'll have rain tomorrow, and hopefully it washes away a lot of the snow and ice that we got over the, I guess, Thursday, Friday. But I don't know if you can tell, folks, watching at home, but I actually got a haircut. And this is my 3rd COVID haircut, which means I'm regressing back to my young teenage years when my mother still cut my hair. Mm. So we went back to my mother cutting my hair, which is, it's either that or look like the German character Struwwelpeter, who wouldn't bathe and wouldn't eat his dinner and all the other wonderful stuff. So,
what is Strubble? Sloppy?
It could be. I don't. My Deutsch is nicht gut, so I don't really know. So now we're talking about hairs. Rach, brave young lady that she is. Now look, she's got long hair, right? You can see this, but it was longer because.
How many inches longer do you think?
I probably took off about 3 inches altogether, and in 2 rounds of trimming out dead ends. So that is that's huge, and that's when you talk about faith in a relationship or a marriage.
Because I hadn't been to the hairdresser since July of 2019.
I was very.
I don't like going, but
I was very flattered, Rach, when you allowed me, and you didn't freak either. You weren't like, "Oh my God, he's cutting my hair."
No,
but
it needs to get done. It stops growing. It's not good for it. So,
but
I figure when stuff opens up or it's all open, but when we're suitable to go, I will have them check it out and see what else needs to come off, and
But it's basic maintenance. But you adjust in this world of COVID.
Mhm.
I mean, it is a really strange.
There's certain risks that you'll be willing to take.
Yeah, but
like letting your husband cut your hair.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah. Here's a pair of sharp scissors. They're like, well, they're the only real scissors we have, but okay, that works. What? It's true.
We have a bunch of scissors.
Oh, it was only the closest convenience scissors that you brought out.
Whatever I could find in the drawer.
Yeah, well,
sometimes they just sink to the bottom because we don't use every scissors all the time.
I can only find one pair of scissors in the drawer. So, as far as I'm concerned, the pair she brought out is the only pair that we actually have.
There's probably like 3 pairs in there.
Oh, all right. So obviously I got to dig deeper into the drawer when I can't find the one pair. But now, last week, we had our niece Shannon over. Shannon, and she talked about school, and she came over. And then she left for one night, and she came back over for one more night.
Yeah,
it was. While her parents were still isolating, so they were COVID cleared, but then her father went to work Tuesday morning, and we picked her up Tuesday afternoon. Myself and my parents. So before her father would come home, and part of that is, again, we don't want to expose anybody to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew that they were all cleared and they were system free and they all tested negative. As much as we can say these tests are accurate, for the most part they are. Sometimes they're more accurate than they should be. Sometimes my understanding is that, and I read the articles on it, is that it picks up a level of reaction to the COVID virus that would not be enough to actually have your body come down with the virus. So it means that you somehow in your travels got exposed and you really didn't even kick off a reaction to it. But, and again, I guess it's better safe to be sorry, better to include that, I guess, than to exclude those results.
Mm-hmm.
But I am looking forward to my shot. Part of the thing I'm supposed to do with my endocrinologist is I'm supposed to go to a podiatrist, a dentist, and an eye doctor. And all right, let's go reverse level here. I hate dentists. Nothing against them personally, but my teeth suck.
Yeah,
and
I don't like them either.
And the health issues that I've had with my heart and with my left carotid are related to radiation and chemo. Well, you know what? That radiation also killed off a lot of the nerves of some of my teeth and caused some of my teeth to decay. Painless. So as long as it's painless, you kind of go, fuck it, right? I don't care. But I really got to get this stuff taken care of. And I don't want to hear a dentist give me a nice talking to. Just so I'm not looking forward to that. But once I have my second COVID shot, they can stick the hand in my mouth, and I'm not going to be all too concerned as opposed to, oh my God, I could get sick and I'm at risk. Same thing goes for the eye doctor. The eye doctor, again, you're dealing with bodily fluids, you're dealing with the fluids around the eyes, easy to get pick up something. So again, after my second shot, I'll set that up. Podiatrist.
Yeah, I need the eye doctor too.
Podiatrist, I probably should be doing that anyway, and really, they're touching your feet. What real risk could there be if we're all wearing masks? But, There
better be a nice little tub there with jets and.
I don't think you get that.
Nice foot scrub.
You might get, you might get your nails.
You get your nails clipped, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I always hear people talk about that.
Well, yeah, like our friend John Mealy, my old bartender, he goes to podiatrist to get his nails clipped. It's like you can get that done at the nail salon.
Yeah, at the nail salon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I know a couple of guys that do that. Not saying which of the regulars at our local pub do that, but yeah, there were a few.
I thought just the one.
No. Mike used to get his toenails done too.
Oh.
Yeah, spats. And he's called spats because
him.
Yes, spats.
Oh, okay.
because he used to be a short order cook and therefore a spatula. Nicknames, you can't escape them. 30 years down the line, they still follow you. I know that. So, but now I have been, again, which we've been trying to eat healthy. So what I've been doing with, we've been ordering most of our groceries through Amazon Fresh. And I used to buy the bagged salads or the bagged lettuce. And I'm no longer buying the bagged ones. I'm buying the ones that they come in these little tubs. They are locally grown in greenhouses. They're pesticide-free, bug-free, and they're delicious. It's like they're baby romaine lettuce or baby butter lettuce,
and they're usually grown in the Bowery.
Yes, and they are, at least for us, they'll be locally grown probably wherever you live, where Amazon Fresh gets their local produce from. But it's a little bit more expensive, maybe compared to the bags, like maybe another 50 cents. You're paying a premium, but the taste difference is amazing. I'm used to making a salad and your greens are just there to be your bulk, and you're adding your tomato, your cheese, your onions, whatever else you're adding in there to give it flavor. And I'm finding myself enjoying the greens greatly by switching to that. Although I will say one of the ones we had today, I had to throw out one of them. It didn't feel right when I was touching it. Felt a little slimy. I was like, it should be
it was getting soggy.
I don't know how that happened. So I chucked it, but
well, maybe also because of the snowstorms that we've had too.
Yeah, you don't know how it could have been sitting. And part of the issue with Amazon Fresh is that you're not getting it delivered by refrigerator truck. You're getting it delivered by somebody.
Amazon truck.
No, not Amazon truck. No, you're getting delivered by SUV or personal vehicle. So that's how it comes. These are people that are doing this on contract for Amazon.
I didn't know that's how
they use their personal vehicles. And I know in the summertime, especially if they're using an older vehicle that might not be insulated very well, especially with the engine heats up certain parts of the car.
Ice cream.
Or you'll get fresh greens, and your fresh greens have wilted. So, a little bit of a problem. It's hit or miss. I mean, it can happen to you if you bought your groceries yourself. Actually, I'm looking forward to the ability to go to the grocery store and pick out the shit that I want and be able to say, yes, I want exactly this, and it does lead to impulse buying, definitely. But when you have to search for your groceries from a web page, it leads to a lot of, oh, fuck, I forgot X. 1 week I forgot eggs. We had literally no eggs. Is it right to say I had to poach eggs from my?
We had to pilfer the eggs.
Pilfer eggs. I guess we technically weren't poaching eggs, although I guess you could also use poaching in that sense of the term. But yeah. So now, interesting things. This was talked about last night when Bad Mike, myself, and Zach Glazer were doing the live stream for TotalCon for the last of the Talking Crits. And Zach was talking about how he uses the Oculus headset for VR, virtual reality, to do a big workout. And he says he gets a good workout. He's lost some weight and he's tightened up. Now, I've been using Nintendo Switch, and I've been doing a boxing. However, and this is going to be news to Rach, but I found that I still had 2 Amazon gift cards left from Christmas.
Cool.
So I ordered the newest Oculus Rift that came out toward the end of last year.
What does that mean? I have no idea what that is.
It's the goggle headset for the VR reality. So yes. So
how do you use that? I mean, I've seen the one that you had the last time.
Right. Well, this apparently is a bit higher grade, and it has workout games within it. So that to me,
it doesn't go with Nintendo.
No, it's because you're viewing it all with the headset, and you're going to be viewing stuff and parrying blows or whatever. He says that he ducks things instinctually because you see it coming at you.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
so I have
How
found
much is something like that? For people to kind of
it's
have an idea of how much these things.
$2.99. Now this is if you go back to have when they started with this stuff with these VR headsets a couple of years ago, you needed a high-end computer and it wired into your computer and it was $500-600. Starts at $2.99 for 64 gig memory.
We had one that the phone went inside.
Yeah, the phone one.
It was uncomfortable.
Yes.
It was heavy.
Yeah, no, these have gotten better. They're better balanced. So I ordered that just to give me another option for the working out. I think that's important. Again, I can't complain. Can I say that I have seen differences having done the fitness boxing on the Nintendo Switch? Definitely. I don't lift weights. I haven't lifted weights in close to 20 years. But my muscles aren't going to be bulging, but they are firm. They are solid now because of using the Nintendo Switch, all the boxing moves. My love handles are gone. Even Shannon was like, "Yeah, Uncle, what happened to those things on your side?" I gave them up. You were gonna say?
Remember that time when we were doing the podcast, and two of us were like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah."
We were sort of flexing toward each other, and
yeah, I'm not gonna flex.
showing our muscles.
I'm not gonna flex on the live stream.
Yeah, it's like these things have to hold my big self in downward facing dog and in plank.
But now here's the other thing too. With my left shoulder, I have a lot of basically dead tissue from the radiation from like a dozen years ago. So it makes the shoulder very tight. I can't. If you're looking for those watching at home, this is about as high as I can and far back as I can get my arm. But that's probably further than it was a month ago. Because by using the Nintendo Switch, by making these movements,
the stenosis has changed your range of motion.
Yeah, it's still limited range of motion. Don't get me wrong. It still impacts me. It's still even holding the dog at a certain way with that left arm can be painful, or playing with the cat and having her jump out of a box at you like a jack in a box, and you jerk your arm back. Instinctually, you jerk it back too fast. It is horribly painful. However, doing these workouts is going to hopefully keep me from needing surgery or letting it get worse. So maybe it's letting it get a little bit better. I don't think it's ever going to be good, but I'll take not horrible for a win.
Now in this VR thing,
yes.
Does it have controllers or something?
This one has controllers too. What's the other one?
For the boxing?
It has 2 hand controllers.
Okay.
So you could do boxing. It'll sense your movements, see where you are. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to see what programs I'll give my review on it, of course. And I'll let Rach play with it and get her review on it. I'll also move away any of the breakables when we do that because Zach said he almost put his fist through I guess one of the glass display cabinets.
Oh God, like a curio or something.
Yeah, because he lost sense of where he was. I think I
could see them being very disorienting.
Yes. So his idea was to get a small rug so he could feel if his feet left the rug.
That is great.
So that's actually a good idea if you're going to use VR.
That's one of the secrets. Like, been researching like how to teach a yoga class for blind students and visually impaired students, and part of the thing is like when you reorient somebody, like from like you want to orient them to the mat while they're sitting, and then like once you get on your feet to be able to know what the real estate on the mat is like. So sort of tracing, the mat with your foot,
right?
Walking around your mat just to, orient yourself and, know where front and back is. And,
Because, that's one of the big things I think with VR is that some people forget is that it can be a very immersive environment and very physical, and you gotta either clear out space. And I think we got nothing really breakable in the immediate area as long as I don't move around.
Like the glass back here.
Yeah, well, so now actually, while we're talking about things like on the visual end, I'm going to talk about headspace right now, my personal headspace. And I've spoken to Rach about this, but I'll be honest with you, probably until, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I kept on, I would go to sleep and wake up almost surprised that I was waking up. With the year I had last year and the congestive heart failure, every day is a blessing, right? You got to acknowledge that. But also, it isn't good mental space to be in that spot of you're not constantly thinking of it. I'm going to go to sleep, and if I don't wake up, well, first off, if I don't wake up, I won't give a fuck because I didn't wake up. But what didn't I accomplish? So I've no longer have that issue. Am I grateful for every day? Certainly. Every day is a blessing. But I'm no longer saying to myself, oh, tomorrow might not come. I'm back to, shall I say it, the mindset of most people in law enforcement, I'm sure most people in the military, is that you are, well, not immortal, but you're certainly close to it. You don't worry about your mortality because, worrying about it doesn't do you any good. And I was worrying about it, and it was getting me into a rut. And I feel so much better, and I think it's a weight lifted for me getting out of that rut. Something else that I did, which I think is going to be good for my mental health, is I've been working. It's a great desk setup that I have in this room, which we have now labeled our sitting room. But it's a great setup. I got a nice laptop. I got the mic. We got our kitty cat to my left.
Can we show them?
Hold on a second. It's a little tight. I don't know. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can turn this. See, it's going to be rough because I got so much stuff plugged in. We're gonna here we go. If I do this,
yeah, I'm sure she'd love.
I don't know. You know what? As I do this, I'm losing. People at home are going, "What the fuck?" There's the kitty. See, on top of her perch as I try to put this back where it was, and it's not really quite going down as it should. But all right. But in any case, I'm sure you enjoyed that, Martina. And those listening at home on the podcast side are just like, "What the fuck did they do?" But in any case,
yeah.
The other thing that I did, and again, the setup has been pretty good. Hey, Epi, good to see you. Is that I've turned the setup into the setup I traditionally had at my desk, with my desktop, and there I had a 28-inch monitor, would not have fit here. I put a 24-inch, just fits on this small desk that I have. It's over here, actually right in front of where I'm sitting, but normally if I'm at my computer, just to my right. And this is amazing. It's an awesome setup now that I can refer to stuff on the one screen, and I find myself being more productive, which is probably, again, why I totally shit the bed and forgot to put up a post yesterday.
Shit the bed.
Shit the bed for the first time in 7 years. The tavern went without a new post.
I never would have thought to say it like that.
All right. Well, sorry. It's kind of like a cop expression too. It was pretty common.
What do you mean when you made a mess?
You made a mess.
To do something?
Yeah, you shit the bed. You just and now you have to clean it up because you shit the bed. But you just can't leave it. It's something you got to take care of right away. But it's really been a good setup for me mentally. Mentally, it's allowed me to focus. So I have a project that I want to work on. Not announcing it yet.
We have another one of those stands over next door.
Yeah, I know. I brought it's from the old. I
thought it looked familiar.
My son Chris took the screen back to Utah, but he left the stand behind. That's why I couldn't find the other screen. Mm-hmm. But I was trying to see if the other one would work better in setting up here to try to adjust. But actually, I think the stand works fine. I don't need to adjust.
Should we chop that stand?
Not chucking anything just yet, darling. Not chucking anything
My
just yet.
hand went up. You're like,
Not chucking anything just yet. Can we throw it away? Not just yet. And then even if we did, I would say we should probably donate it because they actually are, they're not cheap.
no, okay.
Yeah. But I'm happy that I am in this focused situation. Now, before I forget, this is Sunday night, the 21st of February.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night, the 22nd, Monday night, myself and Bad Mike are going to be appearing on GDZ, best known as God Damn It Zach, with Zach Laser and Skeeter Green. And we're going to talk about God only knows what, but I'm sure Bad Mike will be abused in some way when he tells stories about Bad Mike. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it could happen. And if you want to hear something like that, you might want to tune in.
Poor Bad Mike.
Well, you have to relive the Gary Con incident.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. I've been told that I'm on the audio of the video, and it would be interesting. I don't know if the video is actually going to be shared. Just that, who knows? It might not even come up. We're talking in circles anyway. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, we covered the salads. I didn't make any waffles this week.
No,
oh my
I've been
God.
waffle free.
Waffle free. I've been waffling on the waffles. I gotta make waffles. They are awesome. We use the little mini waffle makers. Now I have two, which is how you know I haven't made waffles this week because I haven't broken out the new one.
Darling,
yeah.
Stuffler with the berries.
Stuffler with the berries is actually we got a lot of blueberries. Maybe I'll have to make something tomorrow.
Yeah. Some cinnamon in it.
Oh, she wants everything. Again,
or cinnamon rolls.
That's using Carb Quick. So if you have a nut allergy, Carb Quick isn't one of those low carb choices that has all these nuts. Usually, that's almond flour can be a problem for some people. Coconut flour can be a problem with others. So again, Carb Quick is
What is this flour?
Carb Quick doesn't have either of those. It has like decarbed like wheat and stuff. I don't really.
Oh, okay.
I don't. You're asking me. You're asking.
You were telling what it's not, but I was like, "But what is it?"
Right. I could get.
Not that I cared when I was eating it.
No, it tastes. It tastes.
It's good.
My father had a Carb Quick waffle, and it was like, "You got more of these?" I'm like, I'm trying to.
Yeah, it was cute. He saw it on the stove. He's like, "Oh, can I have one?"
Yeah, it's like you can have it, but you can't have them all because this is our healthy eating. Actually, before I forget, this is something that's just to throw it out there. A week ago, what was it, a week ago Friday? I believe it was a week ago Friday. We lost my uncle, my father's younger brother, and he died.
A little more. I think maybe during the week, like on a.
Was it earlier?
Tuesday or Thursday?
All right. Well, last weekend. You're right.
And then the service was on Saturday.
Last weekend. So we lost my uncle Herbie, and Herbie was about 70 or 73. He was 73. He was 73. This guy who was a runner his whole life, healthy and in good shape, died of a heart attack. And part of the reason is, and listen, this is something that we are all guilty of to some extent, so it's not a secret. But part of the reason is he had chest pains weeks prior, and he blew it off as, I was working out, I was bench pressing weights, and then I must have pulled a muscle. But they didn't completely go away. And then when they came back, he did a teledoc who put him on nitro. And that's as far as we know. And then the next day, he was, having a heart attack, and he expired. Folks, it doesn't really matter how healthy you think you are. You probably aren't as healthy as you think you are. I look back and I'm like, you know what? When I retired, I should have done a full health screening. I should have had the stress test done and the full body MRI, and got to see what stuff was laying in the works. Maybe we could address my heart issue before it became congestive heart failure. But you close your eyes to it because you figure if I don't deal with it, if I don't think about it, it doesn't happen, right? Put it off and deflect. Well, it isn't the healthiest way to be, obviously, but it's not good for the people that you love and that love you. Your health, only you can affect your health. All right, nobody can force you to go to a doctor. Nobody can force you to take treatment. Nobody can force you to take your meds. Nobody can force you to do anything unless they've psyched you, in which case you have another issue that we're not going to talk about. But
and even then, it's really hard to force somebody.
Right. But what I'm saying is take care of yourself and take the precautions. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the people that you love. All right. I am ass deep in doctors these days. All right. I've got 2 cardiologists. I got an endocrinologist. I've got an orthopedist. Those are my 4 regular docs, not counting my general practitioner or my primary care physician, and not counting the fact that I got to see a dentist, podiatrist, and a fucking eye doctor. All right, a lot on your plate, but go get your yearly checkup. All right, if you have something that is concerning you and you're making a point of not thinking about it so it doesn't concern you, you know what? Now's the time to think about it. My father hadn't gone to a doctor in 10 years. We got him to go to a cardiologist. Actually, I took him earlier this week. He's got some minor issue. They're going to put him on a stress test a week from this coming Tuesday. I have an appointment with the same cardiologist the day before. I think my father's Wednesday. It took his younger brother, who he considered to be in better health than him, to die of a heart attack, to convince him, you know what, I'm in my upper 70s. I don't see, maybe I should. Especially if you have health insurance and you're covered, okay?
That's what it's for.
That's what it's for. Use it. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of horrible shit in your future. All right? Been there, done that. In my case, things worked out okay because I had great support and I had great medical support, but I'm not going to fuck that up again. Ain't happening. Okay? Taking care of it. The young lady next to me, I can say young because she's 4 years younger than me, so I guess I robbed the cradle. She deserves what she, got into this marriage for. She deserves more Tenkar. Now, can you have too much Tenkar? Theoretically, possibly, yes, you can. But
never enough Tenkar.
Never enough Tenkar.
It's just enough Hershey, but never enough Tenkar.
Never enough Tenkar. Well, but in any case, I owe it to Rach. I took the oath. I married this woman, and she, expected to get more than 8 or 9 years out of it. I'd like to tack 30 or 40 years on top of that. I want to be old and decrepit before I decrease and decease. I'm hoping that's a while away.
We'll be old and decrepit together.
Old and decrepit together. And that's, hey, listen, they say like the 60 is the new 40 and 70 is the new 50. So maybe when we get older, 100 is the new 60. Who knows?
Yeah.
So the cat's making noises.
What happened, baby?
Oh, she's snoring.
All right. That is?
Folks, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of our journey. Okay. We share because it's an experience that you shouldn't have to learn from new mistakes. Don't learn from old mistakes. Don't learn from our mistakes. Don't make mistakes that have been made by others and go, I didn't do that shit yet. Let me experience that myself. learn from others. It's a shortcut that we really
Mm.
should endeavor to use more often. And folks, we are not medical professionals. We talk about this stuff. We share our experiences. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not giving you medical advice. Seeing a doctor is not medical advice. I think that's common sense. Okay. But when it comes to COVID, use your common sense. All right. I can't stress that more. Use your common sense. Our niece last week basically told people to mask up. Um, you know your situation, you know your community, you know your risk and the risk of your family. You know what to do. Okay? Be safe, be well. God bless. God bless each and every one of you. Uh, really, during this Easter season, I guess Passover will be coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a time for reflection. So I hope you all have a blessed season. We will be back next week. Should be Saturday. Saturday should be our new steady date. Join the Tenkars on their Gamers Health Steady Date live stream podcast on Saturday nights at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Again, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And tomorrow
Take
night,
good care.
yeah, tomorrow night, God damn it, Zach. And I wear my goddamn it, Zach, if I can only find it, but I can't find it. So Zach will escape the goddamn it, Zach.